Well, I like being able to help others. I like being able to fulfill my dreams, and it takes money to do.
Hello, fellow YouTubers. My name is Anthony Knoll.
And I'm Kenny Detweiler.
And welcome to episode 1 of Real Talk. A little bit about ourselves. Again, my name is Anthony. I'm a junior here at the University of West Florida, studying healthcare administration with minors in health promotion and management.
And I'm also a junior here at the University of West Florida. My name is Kenny, in case you missed it. I'm a telecommunication and film major. And yeah, that's it. Oh, God.
So what is Real Talk? In a sense, it was sparked by watching all this presidential stuff going on. You look at a network like MSNBC, you look at a network like Fox News, and as most America knows now, they are two different sides of the coin. But what we want to do here at Real Talk essentially is you have all these opinions and all this stuff flying around. We wanted to make a show that really educates everyone to educate themselves on the issues right now in society.
Yes, we're going to look straight down the middle of every issue. No nonsense. We're going to look at crime, politics, anything that's going on in the news. We're going to examine it from all angles, something that you don't really get on the cable news networks these days.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, we hope to get this show weekly, and stay tuned, and we hope you enjoy it.
Okay.
So we're starting to show up in the middle of the Rio Olympics this summer, and the time of the year where the best athletes in the world get together and call Rio home for 2 weeks.
Yes, and currently leading the pack among medals is the USA with 13 gold, 12 silver, and 10 bronze for a total of 35 medals. So wow. Go Team USA.
Go Team USA. Absolutely. Shoot.
Yes. So Anthony, what are your favorite moments so far from the games?
My favorite moment so far has, without a doubt, been Michael Phelps winning his gold medals. But not only winning gold medals, he won 2 in one night in back-to-back events, and that is very physically demanding on one's body. And who other than Michael Phelps? That makes it 21 now for him, I believe. Yeah. And with that being said, Kenny, I don't know about you. I don't know about you all out there, but I think may see him in Tokyo.
Hey, I think it's definitely a possibility. It's always on the table.
Still winning now. It's just everyone say this is his last one, number 5. I think he's got another one in the tank with the way he's playing.
Oh yeah,
and swimming like a champ. But I want to digress real quick, and we'll change the focus from Rio instead to Seoul. What's happening in Seoul? The 2018 Winter Olympic Games. And I was watching the diving and synchronized diving events, flipping through the channels, and I remember watching it, and I'm saying, well, this is an odd parallel to figure skating and synchronized skating. Now, I have a friend who is a synchronized skater, just got on at Miami University, so shout out to Alyssa. But I went ahead and did my own research on this. Mm-hmm. Figure skating is a sport in the Olympics. You figure that. No pun intended. But synchronized skating isn't. Now, granted, I mean, I'm not an experienced skater, but if synchronized diving can be considered part of the Summer Olympics, and that's considered athletically demanding, if 10, 15, 20 individuals get on the ice with one time with blades on their feet going full speed around a rink, that requires, and it requires a lot of time, a lot of commitment, especially to all the choreography they have to do. That's just, in terms of the Olympics, I think that honestly, after doing further research on my own, it needs to be included. So I saw this hashtag float around when I was just searching it around, but you know what? Why not Synchro 2022? Hopefully it's in Beijing, but I'm going to stop my digression there. But I'm gonna ask you. It's like, so what is your favorite event so far?
So far, my favorite event has been watching somebody that I know win a gold medal.
Ooh.
Caleb Dressel, the young 19-year-old Olympian.
Really?
He's actually from my hometown. I went to school with him, elementary school and junior high school. Back then, of course, I don't think we weren't like best friends or anything like that, but it's just cool to think that you know somebody that you used to go to class with, eat lunch with, That's somebody that's now winning gold medals, and they're 19. I mean, he has a long future ahead of him.
That's amazing. I don't have that feeling, but wow, it's just it's like you know who they are. You essentially watch them grow up a little.
Yeah.
And now here they are. You're watching them on TV, and alongside Michael Phelps, they won in the 4x100, and it's been an amazing ride for him as well as the other athletes there.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely going to be exciting to watch how Rio shakes out. How many more weeks should we have left on the Olympics?
Oh, it's going to not doesn't finish this Sunday, but it finishes next Sunday.
Okay.
So they still got a little time. 35 medals for the U.S. is a big number for this early on in the games, but of course there's much more to go. But nevertheless, I mean, both of us we're rooting for Team USA.
Always. All right, and we'll be right back.
Listen to me as the rhyme go. I'ma bring it to you like a fight though. I'm not the best, I'ma try, so you might think I'm going psycho.
If you could characterize summer 2016 in just 3 words, it would have to be Rio, elections, and Pokemon?
I would say so. And when he says Pokemon, of course, we're talking about Pokemon Go, the game that we used to play as millennials growing up on little Game Boys and DSs and all that stuff. And now it's turned into a virtual reality game now through cell phones. And you go out and through the phone, you try and catch them all. And it's a hot game now here in America, but now it's now across the world. So Kenny, go ahead and please tell us, what are the pros behind this game?
Well, the pros behind this game are very simple. The obvious one is that it gets people out. You can go out into the world and play this game. Pokemon's no longer this thing where you play it alone or you just play with your buddy, over at someone's house or something like that. No. Now Pokemon, you go out into the world and you're forced to meet people, make connections, discover new things. And that leads me to the next point. You're building those connections with like-minded people playing the game. You can meet people that you've never seen before in your life, and you can form a friendship just based off of catching them all. And I guess the last thing you can notice is the impact on local businesses. This is forcing people to go to different landmarks around town, especially here somewhere like Pensacola, a lot of history, lots of local landmarks. This is forcing people who live here like maybe 5, 10, 15 years to see things that they've never seen before just so they can catch a Pokemon. And I think that's a very good thing for everybody, for the people playing, the business owners, and just the community as a whole. It builds community in a whole town, in the whole world actually. So just that's something to think about, Anthony.
That's right.
But as with anything, there's 2 sides to every coin. And Anthony, tell us about some cons that you might see with this.
Well, some cons are the game does get you out.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that it does. But however, you're forced to stay within your phone. You have to play the game through your phone. So I guess the argument behind that is, people are now even more attached to their phones and their technology as a result of the game because they're wanting to play this game so bad, and it's like you have to play it through the phone, of course. And I mentioned that the game was virtual reality earlier. I have to amend that. It's augmented reality, the blending of the real and the fake, quote unquote, through the app. And the augmented reality concept provides a challenge for distinguishing between what's real and what's fake through a new lens through the phone. And it's like ties back to the first point. You have to look through your phone or look up or be more cognizant of everything around you in order to understand, okay, what's real, what's fake. And then that leads to my third point, and the point it's really uncomfortable to talk about, but we're going to talk about it here, is you don't know who else is lurking around you. And we're seeing too many of these stories coming out that it's like where these Pokestops are, you see criminals gathering because they know that's where the people are, and it's disheartening. Nevertheless, we just have to understand that that's part of the game, and hopefully the makers of the game, they're finding ways to improve the safety in terms of user friendliness. But again, those are the few cons along with it. But however, in terms of, we were just talking about the Olympics, Japanese gymnast Kohei Uchimura racked up a $5,000 roaming bill in Rio simply playing Pokemon Go. And so you're thinking, $5,000, you gotta be kidding me, all this stuff, but it gets better. Kohei Uchimura won 2 gold medals at this Olympics. So now Japan does a medal reimbursement program. So he's made his money back from the gold medals that he's won. So $5,000, not much of a problem anymore when now you're a 2-time gold medalist at the Rio Olympics.
It's crazy.
So Kenny, after all that being said, I don't know if you're playing the game already or not, but are you thinking about it now?
Well, no, I'm not playing the game, but yes, I am kind of considering it. You know, when the game first came out, I immediately thought, okay, Pokemon, like I didn't even play that when I was a child. You know, it wasn't something I was interested in. I didn't even watch the shows. I didn't watch the movies. You know, but now seeing people my age and seeing just the whole world being swept up in the mania, it almost makes me want to jump on the bandwagon and play a little bit. I don't know. It's something that I'm considering, but you know, I haven't even taken the steps to do it. I don't have the app, but I'm gonna do some research and see if that's something I could get into. But Anthony, are you thinking about playing?
I do not play now, and I don't think I'm going to be playing in the future because I see how consumed everyone gets by it, and not a bad thing. More power to you. And you know, I'm not one of those people that I'm not doing something and my first thought isn't you shouldn't do it too because of the cons, let's say, for example, that we listed. You shouldn't do it too because it's bad for you or bad something like that, negative. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't play it, but by all means, everyone else around me, no problem. I have no problem being that driver that while everyone else is hunting, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm doing some exercise along with it. I have no problem with that. But I think it's one of those games that I know I would get very involved in. So I guess it's best if I just don't play it.
Yeah.
However, I'm not saying others should not play it as well.
Yeah.
Other people are very happy with this game. It's a very popular game. It's only getting better as more updates and more additions are put into it, and that's what I'm hoping out of it. And but in terms of playing it myself, I think I'm gonna have to omit this one. but anyways, no, that's what we have here for Pokemon Go, and like I said, it's a growing game, and we hope it gets even better. Well, that is it for today's episode. I want to reiterate one quick point. We want this show to be as user-friendly as possible. So if there are any topics, no matter how big or small, that you want us to discuss, just leave them in the comments below. You can be assured that both Kenny and myself, we're going to look into it and get all sides of the issue.
Okay, and until next time, I'm Kenny.
And I'm Anthony, and it's been real.
Only